Well, hello there. I think I'm in day 10 now in regards to the Nystatin, and so I'm in the period of just needing some diflucan at this point, and it's not. I'm still battling with my white coat, whatever you want to call them, to try to get it, and sadly I missed the window of calling them today. I thought it was like 9 to 10, and apparently that was wrong, so got the secretary instead. So tomorrow 11 o'clock they should be at the phone, so that's nice. I then checked Ukraine, and Ukraine apparently it's illegal to send, according to the pharmacy that I got a hold on. It's kind of hard with the Ukraine thing, because apparently Ukraine, it's actually an over-the-counter medicine, so you can actually get it without any, at least for now. It's like, I'm not sure why, but it seems like at least for now you can get it without any prescription. But they don't have, like in Germany, where they have a pharmacy that sends out. In Germany, they had this wonderful website that I found where I could order Nystatin from, because my doctor gave me a minimum dose of it. Like, give me a break, I think I'm not sure why they are so harsh in regard. And he actually wrote back to me today. And I've been to another doctor, again, it takes time to find them and, make an appointment and all that. And, apparently he had written back to my, still my doctor in some sense, because he's still registered as my, white coat murderer, whatever you want to call it, butcher, whatever, or Latin spouter. And I should be a little more nice in regard. But yeah, I'm just tired of the system, But anyway, so apparently the other guy that I've been to, another doctor, just to see if he would allow me to get on diflucan and so forward. Apparently he had written back that he also thought that I should, get to a shrink, So apparently if you ask about antifungals, apparently you've been apparently just being put in the box of crazy Daisy. Very interesting. Very interesting, free vaccines and all the antibiotics and bullshit and all that, that's okay apparently, but diflucan, something against fungus. Oh, you really hit it on the nail, You really, Anyway. So I think it's day 10, and I'm doing yogurt, really low pH yogurt and all that. It seems to also affect, apparently when you affect the gut, it might also affect up here. So I do still have a little of the liquid form of the Nystatin, and then, the pills, still have a good amount of those. For some, I'm not sure how many days there's actually, but anyway, it goes pretty good, no problem there, besides actually figuring out how many days and so forward, because, trying to figure out in regards to this day of the start at sunset and so forward, you can become a little confused in regards to the Roman calendar and the calendar of the Bible and so forward, and mixing it all together, trying to figure, there's so many things, right? Anyway, so it's going pretty good actually. It's not really. I'm pretty much ready to the diflucan, the systemic thing of diflucan. I'm still, kind of worried in regards to the Nystatin, if you could actually, again, remove something that shouldn't be removed, like in regards of fungus, making some kind of vitamins and all that. I did hear something in regards of some fungus actually making some different kinds of vitamins and all that. But anyway, I'll see if I could get some raw milk at some point after these things, and make some yogurt, out of it, as time goes and all that. We'll have to see, Again, a little hard because, still, raw milk is like, oh, it's evil, it's so evil, but get a lollipop, or what is it called, got a soda, right? Lots of sugar in the soda, you know. But oh, milk? Oh, that's evil, evil, evil. And actually, I know I have a YouTube with a guy also in regards to the gut. He healed himself of a gut issue and all that. It must be terrible having that issue. But anyway, and apparently other people have, you know, issues with the gut. But yeah, anyway, you know, really, really big issues. And he healed himself after also being in this, you know, crap system. But in any case, you know, he also have videos in regards of, I think it's the gut guy or something like that on YouTube. You know, he's called Mike, I think. Anyway, he has videos in regards of milk and, you know, the, you know, different information on that raw milk. But of course, that's in the US, I think. So it doesn't really. It's interesting. I saw one of the videos from him where he say, "Oh yeah, in Europe they have like milk everywhere." Like, I don't think you have been to Denmark, you know, because it's like when people over in the US talk about Europe, I'm like, and they think, "Oh, it's like this and that," and I'm like, "No, at least it's not in Denmark." So, you know, when you're talking about Europe, then it's like there's many countries in Europe, of course. The European Union have pretty much, the Roman European Union has mixed a lot of things together, but there's still some variations and all that. And in regards to raw milk, you know, it's just nearly impossible still to get. It's over 100 kilometers, and I haven't, you know, gone so far to you know, ask questions about the cows and all that. If they, you know, what are they fed and what are they, you know. Because they're probably fed some unnatural things. I don't know. But anyway, there is another place where one, and of course, if I could get a goat or, you know, a goat or a sheep actually making, that would actually be great. That's another possibility, you know. Maybe I could, I guess someone would complain about that if I had a goat, you know, walking around out here. Because I'm living in a lot of apartments, you know, there's apartments everywhere. So, I don't know, maybe I could get the goat up and then in the day go down and let it feed on the grass or the sheep or something like that, and then come and bring it up and let it sleep, you know, I don't know. Probably not allowed, but it would be nice with some real raw milk, right? You know, making it sour and getting some real yogurt, you know. Goat milk is said to be very healthy. In any case, of course, there's still sugar, you know, but, you know, when you make it into yogurt, you remove some of the sugar at least, and makes lots of good probiotics, you know. I do wonder if there's difference in regards to bacteria from sheep to goat to, you know, you know, man, you know, in regards to man milk, you know, from a woman and all that. I do wonder if the same bacteria, maybe a variations of bacteria, you know. As I understand it, also the baby, when it, you know, sucks the breast and all that, it gets a lot of the bacteria and such things from the milk, I've heard. I don't know, you know, there's a lot of things that I don't know. Actually, there's a lot of things that, you know, there's so much crap out there, and we're not being taught anything nowadays. It's just, you know, it's just a world of ignorance, and they are willingly doing this to us. It's a sick world. It's a sick, sick world. Anyway, so 10 days on the diet, on the Nystatin, and that seems to be, you know, yeah, in regards of if you begin to have like a puking thing and all that, I think it was on day 3 or 4 or something like that. It was in the night when I needed to sleep, so probably in the beginning of day 4, I think it was, that I had like a puking, you know, or maybe in the beginning of the day 3, I can't remember, one of them. I had this, you know, puking thing in the background and all that, and not feeling so good. So if you actually get that, take some vitamin C, you know, that seems to actually, I probably have had it a lot easier than many other people because I took vitamin C. It seems like actually it helps, you know. And of course, vitamin C, let me see if I can remember, it's antioxidant. It's actually against poison as well, and it's and apparently Doc Kaufman talks about it actually being against fungus as well. So that's 3 things in just one vitamin, and if you take too much, the only thing that really happens, you know, is that you end on the toilet. So I've taken a good amount of those as well, you know. So that seems to actually help if you actually have, really bad symptoms. Just take some vitamin C. After I had it really, really, really bad, or well, not really bad. I've had it a lot worse. So it's not really, really, really bad. But I could have had it better. But in any case, I took, I think, 30 pills of these vitamin C in the morning, and that pretty much sorted a lot of the things for me, and I haven't really had it like totally bad. There's some minor things, I guess, but it's not really, I haven't had any problems in regards to the toilet visits. It's just pretty much the same. It seems to be pretty good, no problem there. So, yeah. So it should be. Now, of course, I've seen sources that actually says that the candida can be resistant. And I'm not totally sure how it all adds up in regards of how it actually, had moved from one thing to another thing and all that, So, but at least now I'm ready for the diflucan, The thing is, if I had started on the Nystatin and diflucan on the same time, of course I still need to get the diflucan, that's a thing. And of course it's the diflucan that really, really would begin to really work. I know the price of it. I know where I can get it in regards to the pharmacy, but they don't want to allow me to have it, and the doctor seems to block my way as well. But I'm still working at it. The other option there is to go to Ukraine. I looked on it, but that's still like, I think it's like 1,500 for one way, and then 15. And I don't have that many resources. So that would be 3,000 kronos or something like that. I think it's like a bus and a train and all that, something like that. But that's an option. That's absolutely an option. If I can't get the doctor to prescribe it to me, that's an option to I guess go to Ukraine. It was like 5 hours or something like that to go there. So I could go there, and actually that's only 10 hours in total, and of course then a little more to actually get to find a pharmacy and all that. Just get over there, get it, and then have some hours there maybe, and then begin to get home or something. I don't know. You can sleep in the train, I guess, or the bus. I don't know. It's just insane that you actually need to go so far to actually get what and whatever. But it's crazy. It's utterly crazy. Of course, I would rather have it from Denmark, where I know the source is good and all that. But they're just. They don't want to let me try, apparently. Well, I'm still working on it. I actually have been working on it for long, writing it, But, at least I got a reply from both of the doctors in this place. So that's, it's not, at least I got a reply. And they got a lot of replies. So, yeah. So that's okay. Yeah, I think it's totally it's a nut house, it's other nut house. But of course they don't want to have the the golden egg out in the light, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, going pretty good, apparently the 10th day or something like that. Of course, this is the Roman calendar of November, which is actually, I think it's number 9, actually. So December is number 10. Of course, that's in regards to the changes of the Roman calendar and all that. So it's just a totally messed up calendar, actually, because it's not the biblical calendar. So anyway, you have, September, that's 7, October, that's 8. You have October, November, 9, and December, 10. So, yeah, anyway, that's from the Julian Gregorian Roman pagan sun calendar. Anyway, of course we could easily change that, right? But no one cares about things, apparently. So 10 days with Nystatin again. I think, I think the, and again, the thing in regards to the taste, I think it's pretty good. I don't think I have any problem with the taste. I think it was actually pretty good. Of course, the pills doesn't taste as much of anything, and it doesn't work in the oral thing here, But, yeah, the fluid form was tasting pretty good. But anyway, vitamin C, if you have some vitamin C, would probably be a good idea just to have some vitamin C on the line. Just, if you begin to feel bad, try taking some vitamin C and see if it actually helps, It's not the most expensive thing, and actually I had a huge amount of it anyway. But it is straight draining down. But I had a huge amount of vitamin C that I bought, So, my glass is still, still a good amount of vitamin C. But, I had this full, and I had, another glass as well. So I've been really chewing a lot of vitamin C. These, because, anyways, not overall for a longer time, of course. But anyway. And I actually have more vitamin C in powder form, but I need more capsules to fix those. There was a point where I just bought these vitamin C bags and all that, and it took a long time to put them in capsules, but you can listen to something and do it at the same time, right? So vitamin C if you begin to feel bad on Nystatin. So the next trip, hopefully, will be the diflucan. And it will be the diflucan that will be very, very, very interesting to try out. The fluconazole, Fluconazole, or diflucan is pretty much the same thing, just two different names. Hopefully I can get my doctor to prescribe, It's actually not that expensive at the moment. It's actually pretty cheap. I think it's on what do you call it, offer thing or whatever, It's actually very, very, very cheap if I could just, get my my doctor to allow me to have this. So that's the problem. And and all these rules. You're not allowed to get it if the doctor this and that, Yeah, but the doctors are insane, They don't have any sanity, They have all the, antibiotics, which is just, poison from mold, Concentrated poison from mold. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a stupid idea to give people. And, I do wonder, after drinking a lot of yogurt, I do wonder if they're actually killing the symptom instead of the cause. Maybe there's a cause for you actually getting, your throat, pain and all that, Because when I've been drinking yogurt, it seems like I can get a little, up here. And I'm just drinking probiotics. And I'm like, why would I get, I don't know. It's just weird. So maybe the antibiotics are actually killing the effect to actually restore the body. And of course, the fungus, I don't know. But that's just an idea, Maybe they're actually killing the bacteria that actually is trying to, normalize what is wrong. And when they do that, the fungus just, runs it over pretty much, There's nothing to stop it at that point. I don't know, just an idea, just an idea. That's just a thought. So Monday would then be the second day, and now it's sunset has been going on, so that would be the third day. So that would be the number 10 day of the week. So the beginning of the 10th day, and have taken my first doses of today. So I've actually, it's a little different to actually think on that way. But I have taken 3 doses in total. But in regards to the first day, I've taken my first dose. Okay, it's a little weird to But anyway, pretty much, I think I'm pretty much over the worst in regards to the Nystatin. Again, the worst thing was, I think it was the third or fourth night where had difficulty sleeping, and had this puking thing in the background. It didn't really go so far, so I actually puked. Now, of course, it was in regards to the garlic when I tried the garlic, but that was not the Nystatin, you know. If you choose garlic, don't taste it. You know, I just tasted a little one, and it just went down in the stomach. It just made a explosion in some sense. You know, I ended up on the toilet. That was really heavy. You know, so be careful of that. You know, I put it in the yogurt afterwards, and there was no problem and all that. But anyway, besides that, in regards of symptoms, there might be a little slight of different taste on the tongue. I'm not. That might be the Nystatin as well. I'm not entirely sure. A little headache, you know, when I took the Nystatin. Just, you know, nothing big, but just a minor headache that came after I began to take the Nystatin. Then, of course, when I had the puking thing where I was like puking in the background and not really feeling so well. Again, day 3 or day 4, but, you know, besides that, and I've been taking 2 million units a day, you know, 4 times a day, we're taking 500,000. So 500,000 4 times a day, that's 2 million units of Nystatin. And that's pretty much been working pretty good. So if the fungus is not resistant to Nystatin, it should have taken it. It should have kicked its butt at this point in regards to the local area. So now I just need the diflucan. Again, I'm saying it again, I guess. I need the diflucan. See if I can, you know, it would be nice if I could just, you know, just prescribe it, you know. How can, you know, oh, it's so, you know, just give it to me and, you know, whatever. But apparently it's a little harder to get the doctor to prescribe it. I don't even know why we need a doctor to, you know, but I guess it's, you know, to keep us in a jail. You know, we're not allowed to think for ourselves, you know. We're not allowed to drink raw milk. If I want to drink raw milk, I should be allowed to drink raw milk. They have done it for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. No, you can get soda pop, you know, everywhere. Lots of sugar and lots of bullshit and all that. But raw milk? Oh, no, the raw milk, that's just made by the devil, apparently. You know, I actually there's a documentary about that I would like to see. Have it fixed somewhere, you know, the evil milk or something like that. That's something, it's just incredible, you know. It's just, this world is just upside down. Oh yeah, in regards to the gut, there seems to also be some gut things in regards of, you can feel a kind of, but I have been eating, you know, I've been eating a lot of yogurt, and I also been eating, these guys. Lots of these guys, which is it's what is it called? But it might, you know, I'm not entirely sure, but I think the gut things is probably the Nystatin, where you have a feeling of things going, you know, in the gut that doesn't feel like total, you know, yeah. I think it's the Nystatin. I'm not entirely sure. So, but yeah. Besides that, that's pretty good. I haven't died, and still alive. I haven't really felt any better as such, you know. But yeah, it's that will come. That will, you know, hopefully come if I get the diflucan. And that will be probably, you know, if it works, if it's not resistance to the diflucan, that will be a period that will probably not be so great on the diflucan, I think. But we'll hopefully see. That will be very, very interesting. I've asked the doctor guy, you know, come on, you know, just give me one of them, like 28, you know, pills and all that, but I guess they think it's just way too much or something. I don't know. This is incredible. You can actually get 28 pills in Denmark for pretty much the same price as one in Norway. Now, of course, the Norway was 150 milligrams. This is 100 milligrams, but still, you know, it's I can't remember the difference in regards of the Norwegian crown and the Danish crown, but I don't think that's that much difference. But it's just, you know, it's nearly the same. It's like, it is incredible how much, you know, difference there is in price. You know, different places all over the world, there's a huge fluctuation in regards to the price, you know. And I guess it will cost the same thing to make the product, right? Yet it's just all over the board, you know. So some places are just hugely expensive, whereas like this is just way off, you know, and other places just, you know, cheap. So yeah, I did find 2 sites, and actually I wanted to check one of the sites if they actually replied, and they have 2 sites that sells diflucan. And I was asking, well, how does this work in regards of, you know, I'm not entirely, these 2 pages are like, you know, they look pretty good, you know, but there's a lot of scammers out there as well, right? So again, first and foremost, I would like it from a source that I can trust, right? When you're going to take something. Yeah, at least, you know, I've tried to write one of the places and asking them, where do you get the you know, these, you know, these, you know, where are you sending these things from? And they told, oh, different places and so forward, and, you know, FDA and whatever, and blah, 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 and all that. So it didn't sound bad, but again, how can you actually know, right? If it's the, I had another website that also looks pretty good, but I haven't really been able, you know, I would have thought that there might be some forums out there talking about these sites, right? And I haven't really found, you know, but it's actually not that expensive. Both of the sites actually do have it pretty, you know, a pretty good price. So I don't know. That's one way as well. It's just incredible, right? But because I should be able to get it in Denmark. And yet you fight your doctors on this, and they just put you in the box of being a nutcase just because you're asking for fungal, you know, antifungal medicine. And then you're not a nutcase. Oh, so fungus is not a problem in society? Is that what you're saying? People are not dying of fungus? Oh yeah, because you of course you put different other labels on it, of course, and you symptom treat it instead of actually treating the cause. It's the big golden egg of the medical mafia. So yeah, I don't know. It's just incredible. I think it's utterly disgusting, because, you know, yeah, it's just disgusting. Do I really need to go out on the internet and, you know, buy it from a source that I can't be sure is actually, you know, instead of actually being able to go down in a place in Denmark where I have surety that it's what I'm actually buying, it's what I'm buying? Well, nah, it's incredible. So I think it's just, and you know, you see all these closed stores everywhere in regards of health. They're ruining our food sources on so many levels. They're defiling the food sources. They're, you know, quantity over quality. You know, they are, you know, destroying the raw milk. You know, it's just incredible. It's just every place. You can't even get tallow in Denmark. And what is tallow? Well, tallow is a natural fat from a cow or a sheep. I'm not sure if it's also come from a goat, actually, but I guess there's not that much fat on a goat. I'm not entirely sure. We don't have that many goats in Denmark anyway, so, but anyway. It's not something we totally eat, so, but it's a clean animal according to the Bible. But anyway, tallow that had been used for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years is not to be found in any shop in Denmark. But you have all these oils, right? All these unnatural oils that we haven't been eating for hundreds and hundreds of years. You know, put there, you know, oh. But tallow? No. The tallow we give to the animals. That's incredible. You know, this world is just turned upside down. So, of course, you can make your own tallow if you actually get it from the butcher. But of course, you still have to be careful of the meat from the butcher, because it might be slaughtered to Allah. Because apparently we do pagan practices in regards of slaughtering meat to a false god. I don't know. I thought we were a Christian country. You know, people say we're a Christian country. I feel it's like total bullshit, you know, because the people are not interested in the Bible anymore. They don't even know who the Antichrist is anymore. Do you know who the Antichrist is? Apparently, no one seems to know anymore. So who is the Antichrist? Well, every single Protestant knew who the Antichrist was. Who do you think? Why do you think that the Protestants are getting attacked on so many levels? That's us, like Denmark. Well, maybe because we knew, and they are now taking the focus away from us, and they are now, by the diabolical ecumenical movement, they're trying to get us back under the wings of the Antichrist. And it seems like people don't care, you know? They don't care. They don't care about the Bible, you know? 82% of the Danish people believe in pagan satanic evolution. Oh, we're a Christian country. Well, why are 82% of the people then believing in evolution? You know, in Denmark, we're taught evolution from our childhood, you know? From our family, from our, bullshit box, you know, the square box and all that, and from the school system and all that. People are just, brainwashed into this stupidity. Anyway, that's another topic, of course. Yeah. So I'll see if I'll call him tomorrow and see if I can get him to give me the diflucan. Even if he thinks it's totally misdiagnosed. Well, actually, we're two to diagnose, right? We're me and we're him and his system. And I think him and his system are totally nutcase and wrong, but as long as he wants to prescribe what I need in regards to my diagnose, that would be fine. But apparently that's a little hard, apparently. But anyway, I'll try anyway. But of course, I'm not the only one having issue. Again, there's a possibility of the trip to Ukraine. There's not two other websites that is a possibility as well. Yeah. But again, it would be easier if I could just, again, the two it's hard to, of course, going to Ukraine, it should be pretty credible, going to a pharmacy and all that. Ordering from the two other websites I have, there's a little less, credible, I don't know. Anyway. In any case, if you're going to try Nystatin and all that, just be aware that have some vitamin C available. That seems to be a good way. That's, think for yourself, If you think that's a bad idea, just don't do it. But, it seems like it's vitamin C, So, whatever. It seems to actually to help on the symptoms. And actually seems to actually have made it pretty, pretty soft in some sense for the symptoms. So anyway, I think that was one of the reasons why it actually wasn't that, why I only had one really bad period in the night actually, and then really, minor things pretty much, that really didn't, it could have been a lot worse, that's for sure. And I expect if I go on the diflucan and if it works, that it will be a little rough, more rough than this, but it'll be interesting. Anyway, have a good one. I need to go. Oh yeah.